What is up? This is Juan from Cosmic Fury, and you are watching another video review of a 1/6 scale figure. Yeah. Alright, what is up? Special shout outs to all the collectors out there, comics, figures, what have you, so a shout out to you guys because in Singapore right now is the period of the Chinese New Year. So a special shout out to all the fellow collectors who are celebrating this particular festive season, and so yeah, 恭喜发财. Alright, so far the reviews has been heavily on 3A figures. This time around we're gonna change it up a little bit, and this guy I got it fresh from so-called shipped out from the company, and my friend who's also a fellow collector managed to get acquire this figure for me, and so yeah, he's right off like from the postal service, landed in his house, and then he gave me a call. So I have the figure right here, and super awesome. So okay, basically this figure is a joint manufacture deal between ZERT or ZERT and Black Ops Toys. For Black Ops Toys, they're one of the really old school companies who have been doing 1/6 scale figures, mainly focusing on there's military style figures and a lot of kit bash figures, like items like vests, rifles, M16, grenades, what have you, as long as military issue. Black Ops Toys are the ones that have been doing it, figures and accessories. So as far as ZERT or ZERT, they're kind of like I don't know, it's a actual thing. It's a real thing. So what ZERT means is, ZERT is a zombie eradication response team. Yes, I said the word zombie. It's a real thing. You can actually look them up online, and they will have a YouTube account. They have a website, a website called the ZERT Nation. So basically what this company does is that every country has a contingency plan. They have a contingency plan for Ebola, some virus outbreak, this and what have you. So for ZERT's case, they're a company who handles zombie apocalypse scenarios. So basically they're a real thing. If there were to be a time where the world is going to end and there's a zombie apocalypse thing, that's where the ZERT comes in. They're a company which actually trains you in military, kind of like semi-military training to get you prepared for such cases. But if you're not into the zombie thing, you can still have training on how to use weapons, handguns, rifles, M16, what have you. So yeah, the company is a real thing. So what happened was that ZERT and Black Ops Toys did a conjunction collaborative work to produce this figure right here. And basically what you see here is Jameson Youngblood Deathridge. It's a figure based off a fictional ZERT comic book character called Jameson Youngblood Deathridge. And Deathridge basically is a retired Force Recon Marine now working for some kind of proliferation operations for the CIA, and who is chasing signs of a terrible plague sweeping across the Middle East. Deathridge, his American Special Operations Team fights to contain the evil before it spreads. Yeah, kind of cliche kind of thing, but we've seen those sort of story plots in movies and in comics before. So, and another thing is that these guys actually, ZERT do actually produce comics as far as I can tell, they actually did 4 issues. Yeah, there's actually a ZERT comic out there. If you're into the zombie theme in comics, you know, like say Walking Dead, or really old school gritty kind of like comic drawings, ZERT Comics does that. You know, the first impression I got when I looked at the drawings was like a very early and raw, rough Cannibal Corpse CD cover. That was my first impression when I looked at it. You know, Cannibal Corpse is like a really, like, by now it should be an old death metal band, so it reminds me of their first album cover, and maybe a little bit of really old Iron Maiden cover. So yeah, a really old school black and white gritty zombie comic. So yeah, they produce comics. Now they have a figure, and they have an entire like training compound for zombie preparedness. So yeah, ZERT is I mean, as a business wise, there's a lot of things to handle, but I mean, they're all over the place apparently. So yeah, pretty much that's the background, a little bit of ZERT and how this figure came to be. And let's move a little bit more on the box itself. Alright, let's move on into the box here. Alright, let me get a zoom here. Alright, here is the logo of Black Ops Toys, and this is the logo of the ZERT, or the Zombie Eradication Response Team. Yep, this is their official logo. E and S, and the other 2 logos I'm not really too familiar with. I did kind of my research on these 2. So yeah, basically at the box here we have the skull gas mask logo and hazardous on the forehead. See that? Okay. And we have Jameson Youngblood Deathridge 1/6 scale action figure model XP001. That's also the code name for the ZERT owner, I suppose. Yeah. Alright. So nothing going on in the box except for the tape here. Well, it's open because when I collected from the buddy of mine, I did an inspection of it, so there was a cut here. So here's the back of the box. Well, the other side is empty as well. There's nothing really going on inside. And here's the back of the box. Alright, designed in the USA thanks to Aaron, Brian, Jennifer, Kit, and Mike. To what I know, Aaron is the CEO of ZERT, so I'm not too familiar with the rest of the guys. So yeah, overall this is the printed look of the character if he's full-blown geared on. And moving on to the back. Yep. Oh, let me get a zoom. Yeah. Want to get some sales? Contact these guys as well. And yes, this is a fully articulated 1/6 scale collectible figure, ages 15 and up, choking hazard, made in China, as most products do. Right, let's open up. Let's open up. Here comes the review. Right. Come on, man, open up. There you go, baby. Alright, let's zoom on out here. Okay, here's the box to open up. So before we go in, we been introduced with some patches and a card. So a little trivia, not real trivia. So mine comes in with this card, J777CT4 Deathridge Jameson 00408. It's a serial number signifying that the serial number that my figure is. So a little trivia is that the figure is only made in the stock number of 800. So worldwide, the figure is only 800. And let me get some details here. So apparently, in the world there's only like 800 figures of this being made. 600 Deathridge figures with the XP001 realistic head, individually numbered CAC card, which is this, and the exclusive patch, which is this, and another one is below here. And so only 200 Deathridge zombie head figures, individually numbered CAC card and exclusive patch, meaning the one I got from my friend is a normal human head. The other 200 comes in with a zombie version of the character. So I wasn't really into the zombie head. I suppose that's why I got like the normal head, which is fine actually. So yeah, I got a card here, and let's go into a little bit on the patches. It's made there's a Velcro here. If I were to put it on my jacket, it's a functioning patch, and one small patch here, small one here. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Alright, opening up, here I've taken out the first inlay. This is where the big patch is. This was where the card was, and here's the smaller patch. Right behind here is a protective foam layer here. See that? Alright. Okay, for the second foam layer, if you can see it, this guy is packing so much gear. I mean, not as much as some of the damn toys that I have so far, but more than enough than most hot toys these days. So yeah, like if you are familiar with any DID action figures or from damn toys, especially military style figures, you will be familiar with the amount of stuff they will come in. Massive amount of stuff. Look at that. And this is like the second so-called layer foam, which has all the accessories, most of the accessories. There's still more on the last layer. So yeah, this guy is packing so much heat. Look at that. And just so you know, the last time when I tried to fix my damn toys, Glint Rider and my Revenger aka Punisher figure, it took me about 2 to 3 hours to fix everything up. Yes, it is not easy to fix up these accessories on a figure because they are very detailed. And just to point out how detailed it is, you see this magazine right here? Let me get a zoom. Right, see that? Okay, you see that? You see this bullet here? I was told by my buddy that this is not sculpted. This is not sculpt. This is an actual 1/6 scale bullet. So the entire magazine is filled out with bullets. If you can see on the side here, I don't know whether you can see that. Let me try to get a uber zoom. Come on. Alright. If you can see this, the insides of the magazine is filled with actual 1/6 scale bullets. That's how detailed the stuff is. I don't want to take it out right now because it is so small. I can easily lose this and just bumps me out. But if I do want to take it out, I really have to use a tweezer. It's still possible to use my fingernail to put it out, but once it happens and I'm not careful, it will fly off and I have no idea where it will go into my room, and it will take a while to find it. Eventually I might not find it because it is that small. So let me zoom out. See that? And my hand. That is how small the magazine is, and that is how small the bullet is. So yeah, we will go back later on again on the accessories, and let's move on with the box inside. Alright, what you see here, let me get a focus. Alright, this is the last layer of the box. What you see inside here is the figure itself with the helmet, night vision goggles, belt strap, and some other stuff which I don't know what exactly that is because I need to investigate first. So yeah, this is the last layer where the figure is in. Let me move on getting the figure out. So yeah, this is the figure fresh out of the box. And let me remove this plastic. Fresh out of the box, it's like coming out from the oven. Okay, so basically I already gave a little bit of backstory on the figure collaboration, how it came to be, and the company and stuff. So this is the figure without the accessories put on him. So I have never really bought anything from Black Ops toys, so I don't really know the quality of the body and such, but I can see that upon removing the figure, the head is pretty loose. I have no idea why, but I will inspect why later on. But yeah, if you do not know the face of the co-founder and CEO and the character of the ZERT comic, this is the actual representation of his face. Yes, this is the guy called Aaron Molden. Yep, the CEO, the main character in the ZERT comics, and the co-founder. So yeah, let me get a zoom on his face. I want to show you a little bit something. Right, one thing I found out that this figure comes with a cigar. Can you see a little bit of gap there in his mouth? You see that? There's actually an accessory, a cigar, which actually goes inside his mouth. That was one of the plus points of which I wanted to get this figure. Of which the other was that this guy is sporting a lot of black and red color tones. Right now you can't really see what's going on because I haven't really put the accessories. I'm wondering how long I'm gonna take this time. But yeah, once he's fully geared, this guy is sporting the black and red theme, which I so desirably want in my collection. Alright, okay, before we go to any more accessories and stuff, I would like to go through a little bit on the articulation on this guy. So there's articulation in the head going back and forth. I still haven't figured out why is it still so loose, you know, left and right, side to side. There's articulation in the shoulder, the arms, yep, left and right. Elbow joints, I believe it's a double jointed elbow. I can't really feel because there's a lot of padding going on in the elbow here. Yeah, like let me see. It should be a double jointed elbow. Yeah, I kind of have a feeling unless I open it up. And we have a peg wrist joint, a little loose. Is it even more loose here? Okay. Alright, for the torso, I can feel that it's moving on the abdomen right here. Alright, okay, there's articulation in the hips. There's articulation in the knee. And there's articulation in the ankle. Look at that. Can you see that? Yeah. I don't know, like the body seems a little bit flimsy. Maybe I'm so used to like having really tight joints on other figures. Once getting this guy on hand, it feels kind of funky though. Okay, just out of curiosity, I would like to see whether this guy can stand on his own without anything on right now. Well, he stands alright. Alright, give me a sec while I figure out why exactly the head is, you know, such a way. Alright, after about 2 hours plus, I'm finally back at putting stuff on Deathridge right here. Every military figure I ever come across with, especially that looks like this, usually it will take a long time to set him up. I have never ever done a figure of this style within an hour. It usually takes about like 2 hours or 3 hours depending on the stuff he has. And yeah, definitely another challenge, especially for this figure. Alright, so yeah, I try to put him in some kind of power pose, sort of. This figure doesn't really come with a 1/6 scale stand, so I just kind of like borrowed one of my spare stands that I have lying around. So let me loosen up here and see from the bottom up. Let me take that plastic away. Yeah, so borrowing from the T600, he's doing his power stance. Alright, so looking at this angle right now, the guy looks badass in his pose, but there are a few things which is pretty wrong about this figure. I would say the head is super loose on the one I have right now. It is seriously super loose. The tightest part of the joints within the entire body is the ankles. The ankles are the tightest joints I have right now, and following that is the knee joint, and then the elbow joints. The rest of it kinda loose, and the neck joint super duper loose. I don't know why. Probably it's just the quality of the body. I'm pretty sure down the line it will get even more loose for this figure if I do some dynamic poses and stuff. But it is, I would say it is not probably an easy fix, I suppose, if you ever like tear everything down and change the body to a better one, especially the neck joint. But it takes quite an amount of work. But then I'll see down the line in a few months how this figure will stand on its own. Other than that, I would say putting stuff on this guy, like I said, was a challenge. This is not even like 100% of everything that he has. This is not even, I think, 80% of what he has. Most of his stuff is still lying in a box way over there, and some things just don't seem to work properly. I don't know whether it's a design flaw or I'm not doing it right, but it just doesn't flow as well as probably like my damn toys Glint Rider. That figure was a little bit more easier to do, even though it took me a longer time because he has more accessories. But this guy, certain things just don't work, like the belt. Let me get a zoom here. Alright, so let me get a focus here. Putting on the belt was somehow and like very strange. Like the belt system here is not those typical clips. It's kind of like a, I don't know, like a carabiner kind of thing, but I have to actually put a little bit more force for it to actually go inside, and it was really easy for this thing to just detach. It doesn't really have a like clipping system. It just hooks in, and that's about it. There's no like a locking mechanism or anything, you know, like a small piece of clip. For example, yeah, you see that? It's not like that. You have to put effort a little bit in pushing it in, and it's so small that you could probably break it. I wish they actually did a better belting system on this, but the overall belt, it's alright. It's just on this portion, the gun holster is so near to the armpit, like you have to like raise up the shoulder to actually for it not to be in hindrance, because I can't really pull the belt all the way down because this thing will just like pop out again. Other than that, so for the hand, the figure doesn't come with a lot of hands, just the stock hand that it comes with. And you see how easily the machete or the axe comes out. Basically, this hand is designed to just hold the the gun grip, the barrel grip. Apart from that, it doesn't really design to be anything else other than, because look at it, it's molded. It doesn't like release from the thumb and the index finger, so it just it's designed to be holding that. Apart from that, it doesn't really design anything else. There's no hands to actually hold this. There's no extra hands to actually hold the side arm. This is the only arm or hand that holds the weapon. So the index finger pointing like that, and pretty much this is the only hand that holds the rifle and the only hand that holds the handgun, and there is no extra hands on this figure. I wish they had an extra hand. So basically the hands are peg joints, so alright, it's alright. So yeah, early on I was mentioning about the cigar. That is what I was talking about, the cigar. It has that, you know, like really like douchebag face. Not really a douchebag face, like, you know, like that, you know, I'm gonna kill fucking zombies now, man. So yeah, that's the best expression I can give right now. I mean, I'm sure it's not like that in real life. So, but you know, being a CEO in a zombie company, zombie extermination company, you gotta have some kind of level of confidence, man. So yeah, the cigar, he comes with extra black mask, so if I were to put that on, it's impossible to pose with the cigar. And if you were to pose the mask alone, I think it would be cool. But he does come with a helmet, which I have no freaking idea how to fix right now, and my brain is dead on how. The thing about these figures, there is no instruction manuals. You have to figure everything out, and if you really need reference, you have to look pictures online, and that is about it. So yeah, if you are so accustomed to like hot toy figures, sideshow figures, and some other figures that is not military figures, you are going to have trouble. Yes. And yeah, it's no joke, you know, sometimes setting figures like this up takes about 2 to 3 hours if you really don't know what you're doing. So alright, so right now I am letting him stand without any support from any 1/6 scale stand. And yeah, luckily, like I said, his tightest joints are from the ankle up onto the knees. Finding the sweet spot on how this guy can stand on his own. Apparently he can stand on his own. I don't know, like after setting him up with his accessories and stuff, there are certain things that I find like that needs to be improved, especially the overall body design. The neck is a repeating, you know, like personal gripe, you know, that I'm getting. There are certain things with accessories which kind of like doesn't like function as it's supposed to be, looking from the design. And I'm not really sure like if much of the thought process went into this other than the, you know, like the exclusive patches and stuff. I would say that it's an alright figure, other than the head sculpt is great actually, but apart from that, the body needs a lot of improvement. You know, it's it has that cheap feeling, like anything could like break anytime soon. And as far as the accessory goes, there are certain things which is looking great, and even for the rifle, certain things are not working. Like I managed to get the gun grip, I managed to get the laser pointer in, and the scope, it is so damn loose that I decided to pull it out. And what else, the flashlight attachment, it just refuses to attach itself because it is so loose, so I decided not to put that either. The guy is coming with a lot of magazines, and there's not a lot of magazine pouches on him. Why? So in the entire belt he's wearing right now, I managed to get one extended mag and one standard mag, and there's one mag in the magazine, and this guy comes with 4 magazines, and there's no place to put those 2 extra magazines on this guy. I don't know, like what else, like there's no like extended attachment holsters that can be put on this guy, so it doesn't come with those. What else? Basically it's a challenge to put this guy on just like any of my damn toy figures I have. But then again, because this guy is sporting that black reddish kind of look, and it's kind of like a zombie extermination spot or eradication spot, so that was the thing that attracted me to the figure. But once I got it on hand, there are certain things that doesn't work. But for the price right now, I guess my buddy got me at a good price, so like thanks for him for getting me this figure, and I'm sure there's a lot of effort trying to get one. And the pre-order started actually last year around October, I believe, and I'm not too sure like how many retailers in Singapore actually bring him in. But if you were to decide to get him, I would really ask you to consider that, you know, probably get a spare body, because there's certain things with the, I'm pretty sure the body might fail in sometime in the future, you know, breakages and stuff. But then again, it's pretty much it. You know, the box design, the Velcro is nice, the packaging is pretty decent, the accessories, nah, could have done better. The body could have done better. Head sculpt, it's really good. And other than that, I don't really have anything else much to say for the ZERT 1/6 scale Deathridge figure, a combined effort between the ZERT Nation and Black Ops toys. So I guess this is my first Black Ops toys, which you know, in terms of military style figures. So yeah, kinda so-so. Other than that, you know, it could be subjective, it could be my opinion, yours could be different because yours might be in a better quality, I don't know. So yeah, then again, that's pretty much it. So yeah, this is one from Cosmic Fury, and this was the video review on a figure on the Deathridge 1/6 scale, a combined effort between Black Ops Toys and ZERT Nation. Alright, this is it, signing out.